Welcome to Kute Gurl Convos. I'm your girl Mona Lisa.
I'm your girl Kia.
What's up, girl?
Hey.
So what's been going on with you?
Life.
Yeah.
Like
Life
absolutely
sucks.
life. I know.
It sucks, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean it's better to stay busy than not be busy at all.
Right.
So.
How y'all doing out there?
Right.
Did y'all have a good week?
Did y'all have a good sex week?
Ooh.
I hope so.
Yes.
Because after our
I
last
know,
episode,
I
I know,
I
right?
did.
I hope that put some pointers in or everything. Like, yes, like I hope everybody had a good hump week.
I don't know if G saw the episode,
Okay.
but I know I was there. During the recording, it kind of made me think like I need to step my game up a little bit.
Okay, so did you do?
It was on the pop.
Good? Did you?
Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
how
Girl.
it's supposed to be.
Thank you.
That's how it's supposed to
Sometimes you need somebody to pull your coat chains a little bit.
be. That's alright.
Yeah.
Knew my face and walked
So-
this week, so it was cool.
I went to the grocery store the other day, Saturday.
Okay.
Came out with one bag,
How much did it cost?
$86.
Oh my god.
One bag, $86.
Yeah. The inflation is crazy right now.
Yeah. So I need somebody out there with some food stamps.
How you doing?
Yeah. Which is going to bring us to
Our topic of today.
Yes. So should welfare be for a person's lifetime?
A lifetime. And we're not just talking about like just the basic welfare. We're gonna break this down into each segment. So like should food stamps, Medicaid, and what else is there? It's just food stamps, Medicaid.
Food stamps, Medicare, no, because it's all different forms of governmental assistance.
Okay.
So we're going to not say welfare, we're going to say governmental assistance.
Okay. So we also talking about the Section 8. And
Section 8, housing subsidy.
Yeah.
We're talking about CCIS. We're
Yes.
talking about rent rebates, food
Okay.
stamps, medical assistance.
All of it.
Yes.
All of it. So should it be for a person's lifetime?
I say no.
I second that notion. No, I don't think it should be for an individual's whole lifetime. I do know, like, for the state of, can we say what state again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the state of Delaware, right? They have it where they call it their cash benefits, like their TANF benefits. You can only get it for a certain amount of months in your whole lifetime. I think it's like 36 months or something like that. So if you use that's 3 years that you are allowed to receive cash benefits from the state. Now, you can receive 1 year during one point in your life, say you have a baby and you're out, they'll give you cash benefits, and then it'll stop, but that clock will never start over. So, hypothetically speaking, later on down the line, you need help again. They'll give it to you, but every single month is adding to your clock until you reach your max of your 36 months. After you received it for a 36 month, you no longer can get cash benefits no matter what happens to you.
Even if you have like life-changing situations where you're no longer able to work, so I guess then you would apply for Social Security.
Yes, because at any point when you become disabled, now
You
it's
get disability.
different, right? You would then
Wow.
get
Well, I
disability.
don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't either, and I'm wondering to myself, like, how come other benefits don't have the same concept? And here's why I'm gonna tell you no, right? It's not that I feel as though like I'm too uppity, and it's not that. Sometimes I feel as though it becomes a hindrance, or it becomes a clutch to make people not want to move forward and grow in life. It kind of makes an individual stagnant, because if you make over a certain dollar amount, you no longer qualify. Or if it what's the other thing? You no longer qualify. Or what is the other thing when it comes to the food benefits? Oh, with the they won't childcare. Just jumping real fast. CCIS. If you're going to school for college to further your education, they won't pay for daycare. They will only pay for childcare if you're going to school, if you're trying to receive your high school diploma. So I think some of the terms and conditions in order to receive it causes the individual to not reach their full potential.
Yeah, and to weigh like I need daycare, but I can't afford it while I'm trying to go to college. So it's the system basically is set up to not really have people elevate without their help. I mean, well, with their help. Because why not help somebody that's trying to get
Why not help somebody
that's trying to go to college?
Why not help somebody that's in trying to
So
get
you're
trade?
basically telling people, I'm only going to help you till you get to high school, and that's all you can be, the high school graduate.
That's it.
Unless you do it on your own. I just don't understand how people are satisfied with receiving that little bit of money in cash, even if you're getting other subsidies. Even if you're getting a stipend for your electric bill, or you're getting subsidized housing, how do you buy your personal items? Because by the time you nickel and dime paying you still got to pay something for your electric. You still got to pay for your housing. You still have to pay for your gas. I know out here, the gas, and I know my gas and my electric bill is together. And it's not cheap at all. And we don't have subsidies.
My gas bill was just $1,000.
Yeah.
Last month. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's high. The water bill is not that high, but the gas.
But even though our overhead is expensive, that don't mean that we stop pushing every month.
Right.
That don't mean that we stop our achievements of ourselves just to have somebody else pay for it. Like, no, that just means, all right, we gotta grind a little harder. We gotta make some arrangements around the house. They showing shut that window because you don't pay no bills in the house. Like, go put your clothes on. Like, you learn to make other arrangements and not to bring yourself down to meet their criteria. I know a lot of households too that lie about their man being in the house.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you then about the system too? We'll pay while it's just the female and the kids in there. But if a man enters into the household, you no longer qualify.
Never seen the movie Claudine?
No, Steve.
It's an old movie from back in the 70s with Diane Carroll, James Earl Jones, where she was a single mom. I think she might have had like 5 kids. She was a single mom, and she met his name. He played Ruben, James Earl Jones, trash man. They started dating. He wanted to marry her. She had to hide when he came over. When he was at her house to pick her up for a date. She had to hide the toaster in the closet. She had to hide him because the back then welfare, the caseworkers came to your home.
I heard that by somebody else.
So they used to come to your home. So because he was there, they wanted to cut her off her food stamps, cut her off her check because she had a man. So he decided to marry her. For her, because he wanted to be with her.
Yeah. And
it's just crazy how who made this law?
I don't know, but somebody told me years ago too, like the social service people used to come to the house and how their mother used to like take the TV and be like, no, run that to the neighbor's house and like
but so I'm not supposed to have a television?
Facts.
I'm not supposed to have a toaster?
A toaster.
So how do you make toast? I mean, I know you can do it in the oven, but
it's the fact that they don't used to come out to the house though. But that's what I'm saying. It's like people make so many modifications and hide so much just to fit in their program, just to receive quote unquote free money. Like,
now I had a coworker who was married. Her husband had a job. She had a job. We worked together, and they had 3 children. She needed help with CCIS. Okay. They had just bought a home. She had to lie and say that they were no longer together. Allow for her to get CCIS, which goes through the Department of Welfare. She had to lie and say that they were no longer together, which in turn they took them to child support court. She had to agree to do that just to get the assistance for CCIS.
Yeah, and I was a victim of the same system at one point too. And I call it a victim because when you gotta make all those modifications, you become a victim. Like literally, back then when I had they showing me and Dad not together, he's my husband now, shout out. But nevertheless, in order for them to help me with the CCI, help me with his childcare bill so that I could go to work, I had to put his dad in child support.
Right.
I'm like, It's a lot people
Yeah.
gotta go through. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I don't think that people that are like can't work, like seriously can't work, should not receive benefits. I'm not saying that at all, because if it's something physically wrong with you or seriously mentally wrong with you, then no. By all means, we as a country, yes, we can all participate and help care for that individual. But for the ones that just making an executive decision every single morning to do fucking nothing because they just want to mooch off of the system, come on.
And just to make a note, so physical disability is not always physical.
Right, that's why I said physical or
Yeah, it's not always physical.
Mhm.
You have people who are disabled
mentally.
mentally,
Right.
physically, and internally, where there's things that's not obvious to somebody just looking. Somebody might have a bladder issue where they're incontinent, or where they just
Well, no,
anything.
put a pamper on and sit at the
No, because it's some people who, like, I'm talking about like serious, where they just
They
yeah,
can't
it's
work, and I get it.
yeah.
And again, those are okay, but it's just for the ones that just, I don't know what it is.
And then there are people who do work
Mm-hmm.
full time, but the housing prices and food prices and everything is just so expensive.
Inflation has definitely.
Where people do need help. Now, I say,
But isn't it the purpose of them raising minimum wage? Like,
but
so,
raising minimum wage hasn't been raised in so long to where it's still not enough. It's still not enough. $15 an hour is still not enough. When you raise a minimum wage and then you're raising food prices, you're raising housing prices.
but they have to, because all of the people that work to maintain them things, you now have to pay them a higher dollar.
No, okay, so if the housing prices is already high,
Okay.
the food is already high, and then personal items is already high,
Mhm.
car insurance, everything is already high.
Mhm.
And then you rate but this is stuff is already high at a low minimum wage rate, right?
Mhm.
Then you raise a minimum wage, and then you raise everything else up again, so you're gonna always be behind.
But
You're never
then-
gonna be able to sustain with
Which-
minimum wage.
So get off the system and. figure
No,
something
we're
else
talking
out.
about working people now who still need help.
Okay, but they still have to pay. So literally, as the price is going up and the minimum wage is going up, all they're going to do is push it on to the consumer. Because you now got to pay those workers that additional money. I literally went on DoorDash to DoorDash some milk to one of the facilities, and it was a gallon of milk that was priced at Redner's supermarket at $15 a gallon. All we can say to that situation is the people that's working to get that milk in that gallon is now making $15, $17, $18, $19, $20, $25 an hour, because when minimum wage go up, everybody that was above minimum wage, well, where's my raise? Well, I got this credential, I got this degree, I got this education. Where's my raise? Y'all were the ones that was at the 15, 18. No, now you got to shoot them up to the $25, $27 an hour. Bring the little ones, the other ones up to that $15. Where do you think that's going? To the consumer.
But okay, so we're gonna say a car price for a Toyota Corolla.
Mhm.
You might could get one for 23,000, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah. So now a Toyota Corolla, you could probably starting at 28,
Mhm.
right? So the car dealerships, the makers, they're the ones that's getting the profit. So why you pushing it? Why everything got to be pushed back to the consumer?
Not necessarily, because the car dealership now has to pay more for their car. So that profitable margin is probably still the same as it was before. Because now that car that Toyota Corolla that they did have priced at $23,000 at one point, maybe only cost what, $17 for them to buy. They were making a $5,000 commission or whatever it was for the car. But now that $17,000 car is now costing them $23,000 to purchase, and now they gotta put it out to you at $28,000.
When I went to the grocery store 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bought a pack of panty liners, right?
Okay.
That used to cost me $4.39. Now they're $7.99.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing different about them panty liners than they was last year.
No, besides the workers that now got to make more money to get it into your hands.
So
That's the only
$17
difference.
an hour is not enough to live off of.
Okay,
Especially-
which now means that your $7.99 panty liners is now about to jump up to $11.99 because we now got to give those people more money.
I'm gonna start making my own.
Conversation over. Mic drop.
No, but I do feel like some people, even though they work full time, some people still need assistance. I know I make okay money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need some damn food stamps because one bag of groceries is.
But let me ask you this: do you need do you need food stamps, or do you feel like you should have them because you don't feel like what you bought was worth what you paid for it?
Both.
Okay, so you see the difference between somebody that needs something and somebody that wants something. Somebody that needs food stamps wouldn't have been able to go into the grocery store to purchase anything.
So I just feel like the whole. I blame the consumers in a sense.
Okay. Yeah.
No offense to the consumers,
No.
the people, the viewers that's
Because
listening.
if we're gonna buy it, they're gonna keep.
Right. So I feel like the whole situation with the pandemic and them couple of years that we was going through that pandemic when they was giving out tons and tons of food stamps to people,
Mm-hmm.
and they out here going crazy, going ham, people fighting over crab legs and
Mm.
buying jumbo shrimp and lobsters and all that stuff.
They're eating good.
Right. I feel like all of that behavior, like our spending behavior, is what makes these companies keep raising these prices on us, and everybody who don't participate in that reckless spending is suffering.
But the economy goes off of supply and demand. Is the supply, how much do we have, and what's the demand for it? If the demand is high and the supply is low, the prices are going to go up.
Right.
If the supply is high and the demand is low, the prices are going to go down. That's just the nature of the beast.
And then, but okay, so when the egg prices went up, right,
Mm-hmm.
to $7 a carton, $8 a carton,
Mm-hmm.
people stopped eating it.
Precisely. So now you have more supply than you have demand, and what did that do? It drove that price right
Okay,
down.
but the point I'm trying to get at is, so when people stop eating it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So why was y'all going crazy before? Like,
but it's
what
not
pushed
that they
the prices
stop
up?
eating it. I think that they start finding different alternatives. Because like I would drive on my back roads and I would literally see like some of the local houses or whatever that got small chicken farms. They will say, I have eggs for sale. They would have a sign, eggs for sale. And I would literally, some days I would see cars parked getting eggs from just whoever that had a little chicken farm in that back on our back roads. They would buy them. And then one time I was in the post office. And the guy was coming in there. He was picking up a crate right in the post office. And we was like, oh, what was it? He was like, oh, I'm here to pick up the chicks. So I'm in line, people
Yeah.
being nosy. Girl, I was like, so he tapped away, and the lady was like, yeah, they been in here chirping all day and all night. And he was like, oh, I know, I'm sorry, but I'm here for him. He picks them up. I said, wait, they chicks over here in London looking, oh, la, la, la. I said, well, wait, what are you going to do with them? He said, what you mean? I'm going to grow them and lay some eggs, and yeah, we just want to have us a small chicken farm. People were making alternatives. My man went out and bought the chicks himself. He said, screw y'all in your market. I'm going to buy my chicks, we're going to lay our eggs, and we're going to eat our breakfast.
well, I know when the egg prices did go up, I was buying eggs from the farmer's market because it was a lot cheaper.
If we were making alternatives.
They were selling 2 dozens for $5.
See? Versus the
versus
one
one at $7 or $8.
Yep. So again, it does go back to the consumer to a portion, to a percent, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we stop buying, they'll change their prices. But then you gotta ask yourself, how much can you not buy in order to still survive?
Right.
So, that still don't give a right for welfare to be for your lifetime.
No, I feel like I know in Pennsylvania they did pass a law when I think George Bush, the father or the son, was in office. I know it was one of those Bushes, where they passed a law, not just Pennsylvania. Well, was it Pennsylvania? Was it just Pennsylvania?
For what?
I don't know if it was the president or it was the governor of Pennsylvania. Changed it where you have, once your child gets to 5 years old, that's it for the cash benefits. That's what I remember. Once your child becomes 5 years old, because pre-K is an option, but they have to be enlisted in school by 5, right? So once they're enrolled in school full time in kindergarten, the cash benefits is no longer available.
Wow. So they're pretty much saying you can stay. Okay, I like that though, because then they're giving the mother the opportunity.
And you'll have no excuse.
Right. They're giving the mother the opportunity to stay with their child. And then by that time, you know that they're in school. You need to go and get a job.
What do you think about parents who have kids that have a slight disability, using their child's disability to get SSI?
If the child has a slight disability and they're using it, I mean, if the kid is disabled,
or even a slight intellectual disability, but they're still functioning. They're just not.
If the parent is using it for the care of the child, then I'm okay. But if the parent is using it so they can go and get their nails done and, you know, have this lifestyle that he or she typically wouldn't have, then I would say no.
But okay, so if a parent is on receiving medical assistance but still working, right? They can still get those same benefits for the child through the medical system.
Okay.
Without having to technically go through the full process of labeling your child with an intellectual disability or any form of disability.
Girl, I don't give a damn.
Just to get the check. I think
this is where my pet peeve is. Being in the industry that I'm in, you know that your child has a real disability, right? Me as a professional, I know you're getting a check for that child. But instead of you spending that check to find adequate care for your child, like a one-on-one that can stay in the house, or a one-on-one that can like really pour into this kid, you would rather keep that money and do something else with it and throw them into a regular facility where they can't get the benefits that they need, or like that one-on-one focus that they need, so that you can keep the money. That bothers me the most. That right there bothers me the most. Like literally, we had some severe cases, and I'm just like, and two of the parents I knew for a fact will drop off and go home. You're getting a check for them. You're not working, and you still can't put that money in. Now that is where I got a problem.
So I think as far as the benefits situation, I think CCIS, because the care for kids is expensive. CCIS assistance should be given. Medical assistance should be definitely given, because in some countries it's free.
It's already free. I agree with that. So
to everybody, it's already free. They don't even have, some countries don't even have social security numbers.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
Well, I do agree to the medical situation. I think I said in another episode too that Obama shenanigans.
I think the food stamp they need to revisit the criteria to qualify for food stamps.
But you know what else they've been doing too now, because now with the minimum wage going up, if your child is working, your child's income now has to go into the house.
Oh yeah.
So
and there's no sense in lying to the system, because they track all of that.
They gonna pull the Department of Labor system. No.
Yeah, like they got listen, and
they gonna be like, Lil Ray been working at McDonald's for 2 years now.
Yeah, and then not only that, all the government systems talk to each other. So whether it's Social Security, the Department of Social Security, the Welfare Department, even the military, all of that stuff, all of that stuff, just they talk to each other.
Yeah, they can go in and see each one. Yeah, as a former employee, yeah, we good.
I'm even scared to do certain things with the Navy Federal, because I know that's the government. Like, I'm serious, because I don't want them all up in my business.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why.
But that's what I'm saying. So should you not be able to live just because?
That's the way the system got you shackled and bound.
So is it worth it?
No, that's why I bank somewhere else. I got Navy Federal, but I bank somewhere else too.
Because
I just don't want them all up in my business. But I just feel like some people do need help.
Right.
And it could be for a lifetime.
But do some people need help? Yes, I get it. But should it be for a lifetime?
And I think it's the person. Like I believe it's the individual who don't have the self-esteem, who don't have the drive, who don't have the will to want to get up and actually do something.
So why the hell should that be my fault or my tax dollar?
There's very little of your money that's going to the Department of Welfare.
Well, is enough of it? But that's what I'm saying. No, as the taxpayer in whole, right? Why should the tax money be put into there for individuals who have the lack of drive, the lack of will, the lack of anything else that keeps them working and able to put into a system?
It starts at home. I think it came from the.
I think that's that.
You know what's sad is watching generation from generation to generation. Back in this, we're gonna say the 50s and 60s, 40s. My mom was born in 49, so I'm gonna say 50s and 60s, 70s. Where people maybe that was in my mom's generation, they was on welfare, then they didn't push their kids, then their kids were on welfare, and then the grandkids were on welfare.
The welfare system is honestly, it's not even that old. It's not that old of a system. When did it come out? Back in the 30s or 40s?
I don't know, but for one person, you get $101.50 every 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a month.
No, I think it's every 2 weeks.
So it's something like
203 a month. How can you live off of it?
But here's the thing. If you're receiving that in cash, and you're on Section 8, so you got your Section 8 paying your overhead, you got the light heat and the gas people paying your electric and gas.
It's $200. You still can't live off of $200.
Yes, you can.
How? Yeah, if you got a car. So when they created
your boyfriend is paying your cell phone bill.
But when they created that amount, remember, some people didn't even have cars. It was rare for families that have a vehicle, right? Now,
it was less than that though back then.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, now everybody in the house has a car, right? Gas prices is high. You got to pay for your car insurance. You know, so you can't live off of. They never changed the amount based off of where we are as a society today and how people are living.
I don't think they want to.
But I don't. And then in the same token, even if you don't have a car, something is high. The Department of Delta is high.
But if you ain't working, where you going?
And doctor's appointments, You gonna go look for a job?
They got the whatchamacallit that come and pick you up and take you to your doctor's appointment. That's free. You just gotta call and schedule.
No, that ain't free. You
Right.
gotta pay for that.
No, when they not when you gotta call paratransit or somebody like that.
I thought you had to pay for that. I thought it was $2.
No, that's free. I mean, if you tell them that your medical insurance is gonna pay for it, you can get that through your medical insurance.
Oh, really? I
They
thought
get
you
you
had
to
to
your
pay for
doctor's
that.
appointments. No. So they got that service, and then what else? Car fares only a couple dollars. Apply for a job, everything is online now, so you don't need to go nowhere. You got your phone in your hand. So your 201 is literally gonna pay your internet bill, possibly your cell phone bill, because you're gonna get a little rate of somebody to pay that. You already get food stamps, so your food bill is taken care of. No.
So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if somebody who is receiving that $203 a month, and you able to manipulate that, you really need to get up and get a job because you really good at math. You need to be a math teacher. You a whiz. You good.
But that's what I'm saying. By
Like-
the time you finish putting in or plugging in, that 201 literally should last you a month. Where you going?
Because
What
they
you doing?
probably getting $203 a month, but then they probably getting $700, $800 in food stamps.
So you're getting your food stamps, so all your food is paid for.
Jesus Christ.
Your electric and the water is paid for by whoever is owned the house. Your rent is paid for by the Section 8 program. Your electric and gas is paid for by the subsidized program. What else do you gotta pay? Your whole overhead is covered.
I see why people like the people who's not motivated. I see why they like. I'd rather do
Like,
this.
if I go get that job down there at McDonald's, then I'm like,
Yeah, I gotta pay for everything.
I'ma lose something.
Yeah,
I'm literally. And then I think they also realize that whatever it is that they're going to lose is they're not going to make enough or gain enough to do it themselves.
Their gain is not worth the minimum that they're getting.
It's not worth them getting up every single morning to get dressed to go into there when they can stay right there in the bed and watch all the daytime TV shows and just wait for that 201 to pop into their account.
Wow.
The system is it's so messed up. It's so messed up. It is. It's bad. And the people that's on it don't seem to.
So, question about, because you have the daycares, question about the money that they was giving for childcare assistance during the pandemic.
Wait, childcare assistance?
Yeah. So remember they was giving people money back, like to help. They was giving them the money for childcare during the pandemic or after the pandemic. I don't know.
No, during the pandemic we received retention funds.
Not for the, no. They was giving
giving
no, not for the facility, not to the owners, but they were giving it to the parents. They were giving them money for daycare. It was I think it was basically like giving them their
Was it government or PA?
I think it was a governmental thing. I think they were giving them their, like, you know how you get the child care credit during your taxes. I think they were giving it to them throughout the year so that they can be able to, be able to send their kids to daycare. It was like a reimbursement or something like that. I should have did more research. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, because the only thing, like, okay, so for POC down here, they have a certain portion. Like, if your household makes money, that POC won't pay their full amount. So what they did was they had waived it throughout the course of the pandemic. Like, the parents didn't have no parent fee at all.
No, I know that it was people who had kids that were enrolled in daycare was getting money.
No,
On the 15, I think it was like the
it
15
wasn't.
for the
No,
30.
no.
Who was it?
Your child didn't have to be in daycare. No. So anybody that had filed their taxes like the year or two before, and you claimed children, it was our EIC credits given to us throughout the course of the year.
Okay.
That's what that was. That didn't have.
And so
anything
when
to
you
do
file
with
your
daycare.
taxes, you don't get it because they already gave it to you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that didn't have anything to do with the facilities.
Okay,
For us. I was
okay.
like, what?
I thought it was. I thought it was day. I thought
No,
it was for daycare.
because I even was a recipient of it, because when I did file my taxes, my 2 kids was on there, so it was pretty much any kid under certain. So whatever kid you qualify for the EIC credit for, they pretty much gave it to you throughout the span.
Yeah, but I feel like out of all those
Damn, I need another
out of all the
flashbacks.
the welfare components throughout
Uh-huh.
the government, I think food stamps is one that everybody can benefit from.
Right now, absolutely.
Yeah, because
Right
food
now?
insecurity is real.
Food what?
Insecurity is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I feel like if they could just create, I mean, they're not in the business to make it uniform or to make it equal or even or something like that. I don't know.
Like, say I was going through a situation where I was having food insecurity issues, right? And I'm driving, and I'm in a different state, and I see a line where they're giving out food. You got to show your ID that you're a resident of that state just to get it. But maybe I don't know where that is in my state, and I'm hungry right now. You gonna turn me away?
Yeah, because they gotta make sure they got more money from their state, because the state gives them like a certain amount or a certain credits or something by serving the people in your neighborhood for the food pantry. You gotta find people that are in the food pantry. Now, some pantries don't require it. They won't ask you for it. They don't mind. They don't care. But those are the ones that are receiving donations from their population or from their people.
They're not from the government.
Right. So when you find those ones that say, hey, you know, we're starting up a pantry, we just need y'all to come out and just donate and just give whatever you can, whatever you want. And they tell the public or the community, hey, we have a pantry. You guys need to come in, take a look at what we got, help yourself.
See, when I open up my pantry, I don't want no assistance from the government, because I don't want those stipulations. And that I want to be able to help everybody, because if you have that in your mind to help somebody, if that's in your heart, I want to help everybody. I don't want to just help just the people. Like I said, I could be a passer, be passing through, and I'm hungry. My kids are hungry.
Right.
I don't want to turn people away.
Right, but if you got kids, then you should be getting on the food stamps, right?
Maybe something happened where I don't get them. And then kids, as they get older, they eat more. So you run out of food and food stamps before it's time to get the next one.
It's crazy. And it's a shame too, because even like with my kids and them being a little bit younger, I remember they showing them and I did. Like when I get into the supermarket, I would have to bargain with them. No, y'all can't get the top of the line snacks. We gotta go over here and let's look at this great value. It was the same, but the price point was different. And because we had to pay cash for it, no, you can't get them gushers. I'm gonna need you to get the busters.
The busters?
The busters.
Lord help a child.
They got the same taste, same fat. And
they don't have the same taste.
Well, it will by the time you swallow it. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, as a parent of a household that you can't, it does have an effect too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're teaching the kids too about budgeting and options. No, because as parents, when they become parents, they'll see the difference.
Yeah, they will.
They'll see the difference.
Or they'll resent me for it, one or the other.
Right.
My mom never let us have this. Take the whole shelf.
But I remember hearing people saying that they get better care with the welfare insurance than they do with the insurance that they get for through their job.
I don't think it's better care. I think they cover more, but they cover more on a smaller scale.
Yeah, and then the I feel like, and I could be wrong. I feel like the doctors and the medical facilities, they know that you're on Medicare, and they don't give you the same care.
Thanks. I believe it.
Yeah.
I definitely believe it.
Yeah.
It is a difference.
Mhm.
You realize what is it? The discrimination.
Right.
You realize it.
Mhm.
But then, can you speak on it?
Yeah. Because don't judge me because I got Medicare, because I might have a full-time job, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm just getting Medicare because my job's insurance is too high. But I still work. You ain't no better than me.
Yeah, but technically you wouldn't be able to qualify for it. 'Cause don't you gotta make a certain amount just to get that medical insurance?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what's the difference? Honestly, I think the Medicare system is just screwed. Honestly, we should be like Canada and some of the UK countries. Medical insurance should just be universal across the board, and it should be free to everybody. Because there's no reason that a doctor should have the option to pick and choose if they want to care for that person or not.
Right.
Or if a person needs a surgery, that a doctor would have to say, oh, we have to run it through your insurance first. We have to make sure that your insurance is going to.
Yeah, like the movie John Q, remember?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's horrible. Like, I literally just went through that situation with my knee. It was horrible. It was hard. It was like, no, we gotta run it through your insurance first because we gotta make sure your insurance policy is gonna cover it. MRI. They literally, like, I've been having that pain on my knee since October.
This is why a lot of
just
people
got it approved.
This is why a lot of people suffer from life-threatening diseases, because certain pains and ailments in our body are a reflection of something deeper. And sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is.
Right.
And if you're the longer you're pussyfooting around to see if my insurance is covered, then this situation is getting
worse.
Getting worse.
It's getting worse.
And now I'm at stage 4 something.
And then the other part is, had I not been proactive and persistent about them finding or approving it, it would have got thrown to the wayside. So, or not my biggest advocate for myself.
Right.
They're like, oh no, it's, the x-ray is fine. I don't care what that x-ray says.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's not the same.
Right.
Something happened. Oh, you don't have any, what did they say? I didn't have any known injury. I don't care. So it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
I don't know, the system, it's just all messed up. And I feel like in order for it to be done right, the whole thing would have to get torn down and rebuilt.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen in our lifetime.
At all. Because
So,
I think every time they realize, like, first of all, they put it together. Because again, remember, it came about, why? Black people, again, every other culture that been through something received some type of financial situation, some type of financial
what they call it,
restitution.
not right. Put the restitution, or what is it? What is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, but like every other culture, the Holocaust people, the Chinese people, all of them got some type of restitution for whatever they had.
Well, we still ain't get our 40 acres and a mule.
Right, but what they ended up doing was what? Giving welfare. They gave welfare in return for them not doing that. And again, everything was just pieced together. An amendment here, an amendment there, an amendment there, an amendment there. Nobody took the time out to say, you know what? Let's just start over. Let's start.
I guess because they feel like it'll, in the process of them trying to restructure or dismantling it and bringing it back together, rebuilding it, people are going to, in the process, things are going to happen. People are going to lose care and lose benefits.
Well, let's think of this. For the amount of money that Section 8 pays for somebody's rent on a monthly basis, if you look at what you're paying for in that individual's lifespan, why not take that money and buy them a house with it?
Sure.
And allow them at that point to be their care or the sole responsibility to maintain that property. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just so many different ways that they can create to help people without making them stagnant or hindering them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't help a person that need help. No. That's why we're here. We're here to help one another. But to the point where you're making them stagnant, or you're not.
Or they making them stagnant, or they already stagnant.
The system makes you stagnant.
They already stagnant. They already stagnant.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
It's a difference, like you said, some people may be working full time, they might lose a job. Something that's beyond their control. They have to get on the system. They already got the mindset that this is just temporary. Mm-hmm. So I need this to help me until I find another job. And they find another job, they get off of it. Mm-hmm. But then you have people who just don't want to do anything. They already stagnant.
Yeah.
There's no hope for them.
So what do we do with the ones that ain't hope for?
Pray for them.
In the meantime, we still got to pay for them. Mm-hmm. So we paying and praying.
Yeah.
They ask for a lot.
Yeah.
You
paying and praying, and just
you even gonna get this payment or this prayer,
right?
But which one you taking?
Somebody said, "Don't pray for me. I pray for myself. I don't need you to pray for me."
Just give me that money.
Yeah. I don't need you praying. What?
Is that what it was at?
What?
This is the society that we live in.
Yeah. So I just feel like
no, and then you got the ones too that get on the system and have 59,000 babies.
Right.
Like, why you got 8 kids? By 8 different men. I ain't saying don't be fruitful or multiply. I'm just saying, damn.
Take care of your own babies.
There you go.
And I commend the ones who got 8 babies and out there hustling and working hard. Taking care of your own kids. Yeah, but welfare. We both agree that welfare should not be for a lifetime.
No.
Some portions of the federal assistance is necessary.
Yes.
For some, but don't take advantage, y'all.
Right.
Don't take advantage. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long because you got some things to tell.
Thanks.
Yes. Well, we thank you guys for joining us this week on Kute Gurl Convos. We're talking about is welfare should be for a lifetime, and we both agree that it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If you have not subscribed to any of our social media platforms, please do so.
Yes.
Kute Gurl Convos.
Y'all missing it.
On Instagram and Facebook. Kute Gurl Convos on YouTube.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And if y'all have any emails, comments, or questions for us, please send us an email at convos@kutegurl.com.
That's right. Or any topics, or if you guys want to review or comment on the things that we're saying.
Yeah. We love a good argument.
I know. And we're gonna talk about it right here.
Yeah.
We won't say your name.
Yeah, you could drop us your comments
anonymously. Alright, but girl, don't forget our t-shirt giveaway. And so we want actually post it on our
winch. You don't even know what you're talking about. I don't just sit at home watching soap operas.
I know, daytime TV.
Yeah. I'm on Facebook. I'm on social media.
That's even worse. Oh my God. Follow us on Instagram though, guys.
Yes.
IG page. And what else we got?
That's it.
I think that's all we got right now. Just stay tuned. I know our next.
Yeah, stay tuned for next week because we're going to announce the winner of the t-shirt, the winning t-shirt.
There you go. Okay. And we're also going to post it on our social media.
Yes. Yes.
And we got some more. Again, we still got a lot of good things coming up for the next quarter.
Yes. So you guys have a great week. We love y'all and thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Peace.